So for the past year, I've been rethinking what the best approach to building muscle looks like. After spending decades trying everything I can to maximize my muscle gains, especially during the past 15 years where we've seen a lot more muscle building research being published, and applying that research to my workout program design in an effort to squeeze out every last bit of muscle gains that I possibly can and achieve my true genetic muscular potential, I find myself asking, did I choose the right goal? Was trying to achieve my genetic muscular potential, maximizing my muscle gains, the best goal for me to go after? And what I mean by that is, if you look at the research, a lot of people would argue that more volume is better for building muscle. But you see that you're going to achieve like 60% of your gains from just 4 sets per muscle group per week, and likely going to achieve most of your muscle gains from anywhere from 6 to 10 sets per muscle group per week. And every set after that, you're just looking at like teeny tiny extra gains. So is it worth it to spend more time in the gym to try to maximize your muscle gains and squeeze every little last bit out of your muscular potential? Or would that extra time be better spent focusing on other aspects of your health, your fitness, and your overall well-being? And other research shows that training a muscle group 2 times per week, maybe even 3 times per week, is better than training 1 time per week. But again, the difference is just teeny tiny. So if you're someone who finds that you just simply enjoy the different training splits that allow you to hit a muscle group just 1 time per week, and it's what you have time for in your week, and you find that you recover best training a muscle group just 1 time per week, is it worth it to kind of sacrifice plans that you enjoy and feel best to you in an effort to try to squeeze out just a teeny tiny bit of extra muscle gains? And research also shows that 3 minutes rest between sets is better for muscle gains than just 1 minute rest between sets. But again, teeny tiny difference in muscle gain. So if you're someone who goes absolutely crazy resting for 3 minutes between sets, it causes you to lose focus, you get distracted easily, you're just not enjoying your training session as much. Or you're someone who's like really busy, you're limited on time, you have to get in and out of the gym, so you prefer to rest shorter intervals in order to get more sets in or more exercises in, or you just enjoy that approach to training better. Do you sacrifice what you enjoy or what suits your schedule rather than doing what the evidence shows is going to allow you to gain just a teeny tiny bit more muscle? So what I'm getting at is, if trying to maximize your muscular potential means that you have to spend more time weight training in the gym and have less time to dedicate towards activities that you really enjoy and activities that may improve your overall fitness, your health, your well-being, and possibly even mean that you're going to have to follow some workout programs that you may not quite enjoy as much, or programs that don't suit your schedule or your lifestyle overall, is it worth it just to gain a few extra pounds of muscle? And vice versa, if weight training less in order to take a more holistic and balanced approach means that you're only going to achieve 90% of your genetic muscular potential, or let's even say 80% of your genetic muscular potential, would you be okay with that? And to give you an example, like the past 13 years, I've gained about 7 to 8 pounds of muscle, doing everything I can to maximize my muscle gains. Now, if I took a more holistic and balanced approach like I have been for the past year, maybe 2 years here, incorporating more yoga, calisthenics, mobility and flexibility work, and incorporating more activities that I enjoy, paddleboarding and all that stuff, if I started that sooner, and that meant that instead of gaining 7 to 8 pounds, I would have only gained 5 pounds, would I have been okay with that? The answer for me personally is hell yeah, there's no freaking doubt about it. I mean, the extra 2 to 3 pounds of muscle gain really, I can't say that in and of itself would enhance my life. It's not going to make me look all that much different. When you think about it, even when it comes to attractiveness, women find guys who are kind of moderately muscled more attractive than guys who are overly muscled. Of course, there's going to be women who do like overly muscled men, but for the majority, just a moderate amount of muscle is more attractive to them. So me gaining an extra 2 to 3 pounds isn't going to make me any more attractive to women out there in the dating scene. So, and it just is not going to make me feel better. It's not going to enhance my life in any way, shape, or form. But doing like weight training less, cutting my weight training back from 5 to 6 days per week in the gym for 90 minutes to 2 hours a session, down to 3 to 4 days per week, 45-minute to 60-minute training sessions there, allowing myself the opportunity to incorporate yoga, more calisthenics, more mobility and flexibility work. Like, I have never felt better. I've never performed better. I've never moved better. Honestly, I think I've never looked better. So I would not trade this lifestyle for a few extra pounds of muscle if it meant that I had to continue being in the gym, performing like high volume workouts and avoiding some of these other activities that may be, what's the word I'm looking for? Not complement, may interfere with the weight training, the muscle building process there. So I wish, again, like I've been saying in previous videos recently here, I really do wish that I took a more holistic approach sooner. Mentally, I don't think I was ready for it at the time. Hindsight's always 20/20. But I'm telling you, man, like I think we get it ingrained in our heads as men, like muscle, more is better, which I think oftentimes leads guys down that path of performance enhancing drugs, never thinking they are big enough. Like, it's no matter how big they are, it's never big enough for them. And they're only in their head, it's their own self-image at play, or they're doing it to appeal to other men. Because like I said, like, other women don't find the overly muscled men all that attractive there. There's really not a lot of benefit that comes from excessive amounts of muscle compared to having a well-muscled body that moves better, that feels better, that really is going to set you up for long-term success. I mean, so many massive bodybuilders I see just with a lot of issues. They're not able to live their life to the full, especially later in years there. So I want to make sure I'm incorporating a lot of these activities that's going to allow me to live my life to the fullest for decades to come. So really taking care of all this right now, even if it means I'm not going to gain quite as much muscle as possible, I am cool with that. That's something that is worth it to me. I'd love to hear from you. Is that worth it to you to just do everything you can to just maximize your muscle gains and squeeze out every last bit of muscle and forget about mobility, forget about flexibility, forget about your cardiovascular condition, your circulatory health, forget about doing other activities that bring great joy to your life, whether it's sports or just leisurely activities out there, and just dedicating absolutely everything you can, just squeezing out every little last bit of muscle possible. I mean, if that's you, that's freaking awesome. That's your goal. I want to hear from you as well. But I'd love to hear from others. What's the approach? Do you prefer to take a more holistic, balanced approach right now? Are you okay gaining just a little bit less muscle if it means you're going to feel better, move better, perform better in other different aspects of life, and just, I think, really, truly live your life to the fullest? As much as I love the gym as well, I love weight training as well, I want to make sure that I'm taking a balance. I'm enjoying all the activities that bring great joy to my life, and I'm not sacrificing things that bring great joy to my life just to try to squeeze out a few extra pounds of muscle that truly isn't going to have a positive impact on my life. Because again, like I said, it never seems to be enough. If that's your goal, just maximizing more and more muscle, it's like it never seems to be enough. You're always trying to chase more, and never really happy. Whereas if you're doing other activities that bring great joy to your life, you just have so many other opportunities to experience happiness throughout the day there. That's where my thoughts are right now. I'm sure you guys can kind of, those who have been following my channel for a little while, kind of see how I've been rethinking my approach to building my best body and helping you build your best body. Just really, again, encouraging you to do what allows you to thrive. Do what's going to bring out the best in you and allow you to live your life to the fullest. That's really what this journey is about. So really would love to hear your insights if my way of thinking the past year or two is in alignment with your way of thinking or not. That's cool. There's no right or wrong here. It's not like this is the approach that everyone should be taking. It's just hindsight right now, reflecting on what I know now compared to what I was doing in the past there. What I would do different has been on my mind quite a bit there, but more than anything, it's like, what can I do right now to make myself feel great in this moment and set myself up for long-term success? That's really what matters to me.